Many people will tell you that slowing down and giving up a high-paying job to gain more time and flexibility while you're young is everything you dreamed of, and it can be. My husband and I have chosen this path, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. But there's also one big area that no one is talking about, and that's the challenges that come with embracing this type of lifestyle. Shifting gears, even when you have financial freedom, can be quite challenging. It can be hard to go from being a saver to a spender, or from a high-income earner to not a high-income earner. And in working with hundreds of people who are learning how to use their financial freedom, I've found that these challenges are often what's holding us back from downshifting our careers and designing the lives that we want. In this video, we're going to stop sugarcoating it. I'm going to dive into the challenges of Coast-Fi and point you to tools to help you overcome them. Let's start by defining Coast-Fi, which stands for Coast Financial Independence. It's the milestone where saving and investing for retirement becomes optional. At this point, you've set aside enough money for retirement that you don't ever need to save another dollar. Thanks to compound growth, the money you've already invested will grow to cover your expenses in retirement. This future milestone that you will reach is often called financial independence. It's when your investment income or passive income exceeds your annual expenses. You can reach Coast-Fi by front-loading your investments and then coasting to financial independence, hence the term Coast-Fi. I discovered the concept of Coast-Fi about 6 years ago. At the time, my husband and I were pursuing financial independence, but I was trapped in a toxic job. Eventually, I hit a breaking point. I realized I couldn't endure another decade in that environment, which was our estimated timeline to reach full financial independence. Something had to give. This period was incredibly life-changing. I suffered from severe anxiety and panic attacks, which led to a 6-month medical leave for recovery. During this time, I stumbled upon the concept of Coast Financial Independence. After crunching the numbers, I was stunned to realize that we'd already reached this milestone. We no longer needed to save for retirement to ensure a comfortable future. As long as we left our retirement funds untouched, that money would grow and compound and fund our lives from around age 60 onward. Coast-Fi gave me the freedom to completely reimagine our lifestyle. Since we didn't need to save as aggressively, we didn't need to earn as much either. For me, this meant understanding it was okay to take as long as necessary to recover from my mental health crisis. We'd be fine. Not only was our future retirement secure, but our short-term needs were covered too, thanks to my husband's continued employment. This realization allowed me to prioritize my mental health. When I felt ready to work again, I chose to return part-time. Initially, I planned to work part-time for about 6 months before ramping it up to full-time. However, we discovered that life improved dramatically when I worked less. We no longer craved the dopamine hit from unnecessary purchases or wasted money on escapism. Consequently, I never returned to full-time work. We had reached Coast-Fi, so I didn't need to. Over the next 5 years, my husband and I gradually embraced a Coast-Fi lifestyle. We didn't overhaul everything all at once. Instead, we took small, deliberate steps toward this new way of living. It began with me working part-time, then progressed to quitting that job to pursue entrepreneurship. We also started allocating more funds toward experiences like buying and building out our camper van and exploring the great outdoors for months at a time. Finally, in 2023, my husband left his day job to join me in entrepreneurship. That marked the day when we fully stopped saving and investing for retirement. We haven't invested a single dollar since. We've chosen a path that diverges significantly from the norm. While I thoroughly enjoy this approach, there are aspects of this lifestyle that rarely get mentioned, and it's time to change that narrative. As we fully embraced the Coast-Fi lifestyle, we've encountered some significant challenges. These challenges revolve around the mental shift of embracing a Coast-Fi lifestyle. This is the thing that no one else will tell you about Coast-Fi. While embracing it may be the best thing for you, there will be challenges and difficult moments. In fact, I'd say that challenges are all but guaranteed. For us, one of the biggest hurdles has been working through a scarcity mindset. And we've realized that it doesn't just go away. It's not something you work through once, but it's something that resurfaces over and over and over again. We've shifted to just covering our expenses and designing our lifestyle to maximize time and location freedom. But with that sometimes comes uncertainty around our income sources. Our income can be variable and less certain than receiving a regular paycheck every other week. Over the last 2 years, we've had many moments that have brought up our fears of scarcity. And while it's been uncomfortable and challenging, we're learning how to work through the fears, be patient with our plans, focus on the inputs, and trust that we'll adjust when needed. No matter what you do in life, even if it's exactly what you want, there will be hard moments. And it's important for us to remember that we have chosen our hard for this phase of life. And it sure beats the hard that comes from commuting into an office every day, dealing with a toxic boss or colleagues, and spending the vast majority of our time doing things that don't light us up. As we've talked to more people about this during our travels, we've come to learn that we're not alone. Everyone designing an unconventional life for themselves has their own hard, and it often revolves around fears of scarcity. We've also heard countless stories from people who haven't yet embraced a Coast-Fi lifestyle or taken steps to design the life that they want because of these same fears. That's why we've decided to launch a new course called Coast with Confidence. The initial enrollment will be limited to 20 people for the first cohort as we refine the program's content. We plan to open it up more broadly sometime again in 2025. This course is for you if you've reached Coast-Fi or will reach Coast-Fi within the next couple of years. If you're struggling to figure out what you want to do with your Coast-Fi status, and you have financial fears of losing everything and want to work through them. The reality is that it can be incredibly difficult to transition from accumulation mode to enjoyment mode. We know this from our personal experience and want to help you work through this transition. The course aims to do 4 things. First, confirm and build confidence in your numbers. Second, help you understand the options available once you reach Coast-Fi. Third, to work through the mental scripts and limiting beliefs that are keeping you from making a change. And finally, to create a concrete plan to embark on your Coast-Fi lifestyle. If this sounds interesting to you, I would encourage you to check out the link in the description below. If enrollment is already closed when you're watching this, you can join the waitlist to be the first to know when enrollment opens again. And if you want more help working through your fears and limiting beliefs in the meantime, check out this video on 6 effective strategies to conquer your limiting beliefs. And as always, thanks for watching and enjoy your journey.